Και ο μπρος στα πόδια του κατάχαμα το ρίχνει και φωνάζει.
She found her weaving in the women's hall,
Undying and ever young, our one years of deliverance.
Είναι δικός μου ο κλήρος συντροφή και χαίρομαι κι ατός μου βαθιά.
Those underneath the Hellenic ran up.
People called it magical, people called it sacred. We cultivate and encourage the long moment that we can take and tell each other through the night our old stories, the stories that make up our common history, that we Germans and Greeks and Turks and Chinese share. Because these stories go back before nationhood, before the time when we broke up. It's a very simple thing. It's 100 people, 200 people, one after the other, reading or singing or in their language, Homer.
If you eat these olives, you go to heaven.
To begin, I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you have an interesting day. I think that what we've created is a very kind of different experience on many levels for the contemporary scene in the arts and literary world.
He lost his head first, then his life.
Να πει, γιατί μαθες ο Απόλλωνας σε τόση οργή μας έχει. Μήτε κανένα τάμα του λείψε, μηνά φρανή θυσία.
It brings great fever to frail men. So pure and bright the bronze gear blazed upon him as he ran.
You'll find them vigorous, consort though you are.
With death aboard and doom for Trojan, forking out of
This event explores the way we give meaning to words, because we've all got, different sections of the same text. Some people get up, there was just one woman just now, and it was just like, it couldn't have been more vivid. You know, every single word, she gave it meaning, whereas some other people, they're maybe at the beginning of their kind of cuts of cultural development in a sort of sense, and they kind of read it and it can sound like a shopping list, But it actually was making me think, just sitting there just now, how even when we read, we have to give meaning to the words, But you can't explore this until you have this kind of group event, saying the words out loud, and, when do we get the opportunity to do that? Never.
Whenever my turn comes to lust for demolition of some city whose people may be favourites,
when I'm up there, it always feels it's something sacred. I can't express how moved I am by the purity of this,
情況是膠着，其他人，尤其前線的步兵，從後面走上來，叫着、喊着、掙脫、找着他們的人。
It's kind of like a production or performance, and I think it's kind of more engaging for people who don't know so much about Greece as a country or as a culture, and it's great to see this mix of like modern setting with the very epic or classic, poem itself.
L'illustre ouvrier Phaistos commença de parler pour consoler sa mère bien-aimée Héra au bras blanc. Certes, nos mots seront funestes et intolérables si vous corrélez ainsi pour des mortels, si vous mettez le tumulte parmi les clés.
Gimiendo a su magnánimo espíritu le decía, ¡ay de mí! Si huyo del valiente Aquileo por donde los demás corren espantados y en desorden,
it is very important to have a way, find a common goal and a common aim in societies, breaking down barriers, and I believe that Homer and the use of Greek in Homer is a very good way of doing that.
Yes, if you like, I rate her higher than Clytemnestra, my own wife.
And I don't want you killed, but neither do I want to see you shine at my expense. Once you have forced the Trojans back, you stop.
It's wonderful. Homer is for everybody, all nations, all people. It has the whole of life. And it's just so wonderful to be here today and to read a few days before the Olympics open here in London. It's just magical. Why run so hard, Achilles? Mortal as you are, after
Ich finde es gerade in Zeiten wie diesen eine irrsinnig schöne Veranstaltung, weil es einfach sehr viele Zeichen gibt, positive Zeichen. Aber den Bösen beleiden, ihr Himmlischen, helft ihr so willig, dessen Herz nichts achtet der Billigkeit, noch die Gesinnung biegsam ist in der Brust, wie ein Bergleu, denkt an nur Wildheit, der von gewaltiger...
The community spirit, the fact that there was no division between the audience and performers. The audience were the performers, so everybody was taking part in the same thing. It was a ritual that we all took part in.
You didn't want to leave. You didn't want to. I arrived for my part, and I just didn't want to leave. You were just glued to the words. After I read my passage, it really made me want to go back and read it again, because I don't think at 14 or 13 I really understood it. But it's actually a very passionate piece, and so it made me more interested in this part of the old culture, but also obviously tying it with maybe modern Greece.
I think you realize as well how relevant it still is today, and the sort of emotions in the range which we all still enjoy in many modern day stories.
Before today, I don't think I would have been able to recognize the Greek language, hearing it spoken on the street. So that's changed. And also, I had no awareness of this centre existing in London, so that does kind of forge a link.
Tonight, a lot of people came and said, "This is sacred." And it felt that way. Thank you so much.